I'm competitive, Solana's competitive. I think we have the competitive ethos to win the whole thing. So we'll see what happens. But my goal for Solana, and I think everyone's goal that's here, is that we play, if not the largest part in the world of that, the largest one we can.
And play to win.
Yeah, exactly.
We at Solana were the first blockchain to start a policy institute, the Solana Policy Institute. And now it is imperative for every institution to have a digital asset strategy. And as those institutions come into blockchain, they are choosing Solana. Western Union processes over $100 billion of remittance volume every year. They chose Solana. Fiserv processes $2 trillion every year of merchant payment volume, and they chose Solana as well. Of course, ETFs have been a big theme this year. Finally, we got physical staked ETFs. They came onto Solana in force about 6 weeks ago, and in that 6-week time, we're almost at $1 billion of AUM. We had 3 straight weeks of inflows when the market was doing the opposite, and here are the 6 physical staked ETFs that are listed just in the US market alone. Of course, there's another big theme this year, a little bit controversial, DATs. A lot of people see DATs as short-term liquidity vehicles, but we think it is the opposite, because Solana is one of the few places where you can build a company on the infrastructure and you can also build a company on the asset.
This is truly a year of all-time highs in app revenue, all-time highs in REV, all-time highs in total developers in the network, total new developers in the network, all-time highs in spot DEX volume, all-time highs in new tokens launched, all-time highs, and of course, market cap earlier this year, and truly a testament for how this community that meets once a year is shipping stuff into production and winning in an adversarial business environment.
Out of those 31,000, we have 5,000 companies. The assets that are managed by those companies worth more than $60 trillion. That is more than 50% of the world GDP.
Millions of assets are launching on-chain every day. And we think that these should be accessible to all of our users. To enable this, we rolled out DEX trading on Coinbase. The same easy-to-use interface and app you may already be familiar with now allows you to trade any token on Solana. For our users, this means they get early access to millions of tokens, and they can trade these assets the moment they become available on-chain. Yes, this means very soon you'll be able to open up the Coinbase app and see native Solana assets on Coinbase, maybe even your own.
Alts are driven by the business cycle. So with the business cycle currently low, we haven't had alt season. Listen to Scott Bessent, he's telling you all day, as is Trump, is we're going to have a banner year next year. Why? Because they're going to jam the market with liquidity, and they're going to jam fiscal stimulus through as well. Yeah, if you think about it, the US is a service-based economy. They're going to get rid of tax on tips. That's a huge boost to people. There's like $1.5 trillion that will flow into the banking system just from that stuff alone, from the big beautiful bill. Then we've got the changes to the SLR that allows maybe $3 or $4 trillion of credit creation for the banking system. We've got enormous amounts of this stuff lining up. Why? Because they wanted to win the election. You know, the good thing is, for once, we've actually got a macro hedge fund manager running the treasury. So I know how he thinks. He was a long-term global macro investor subscriber. I've known him for 20 years, and he understands the game, which is jam the business cycle going into the elections. So we've got that. We've got the debt to roll. It's kind of stacking up, and it tells you your beloved, or our beloved, alt season is still to come.
Most of the DEX don't have as much volume or liquidity as a CEX. Just like I can't buy these specific regional dates in all the international supermarkets. But with our launch of UEX, this will not be the case anymore. So with our UEX model, whatever you launch on Solana is automatically tradable on Bybit centralized exchange. So getting on CEX means you don't need to just go through the tedious CEX listing process, because again, when our user put in your contract address, they can trade your token on the on-chain part of a CEX, centralized exchange.
You know, Bybit, we launched a DEX in Solana called Byreal, you know, and the Byreal team is here today. They gave us this little thing. Thanks, Byreal.
Byreal team.
So, you know, I also talked to my team. It's kind of a good thing and also a curse. When a centralized exchange, especially a big one, launches a project, I think the team want it to be independent and people see Byreal as a real DEX.
If people ever only see Byreal as Bybit's Solana DEX project, then it hasn't really done its job, right? And it has to earn its way out of that, because that's kind of the starting point, but then that's also, there's like a half-life to that characterization. So that's a challenge for the Byreal team, I suppose. I think they're doing quite well right now, but you gotta like out-earn that over time, right? And grow at a pace which is faster, hopefully multiples faster than the half-life decay of kind of being this incubated project.
Yeah.
Yeah.